You might have seen a lot of this photo recently. It's the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, posing with her kids for a Mother's Day photo. Within hours of posting the photo, major organisations such as the Associated Press and Reuters issue a kill notice, as evidence is found that this photo has been doctored, advising media outlets around the world to stop the spread of this photo. Instantly, speculators and news organisations suspect artificial intelligence has manipulated this image. But was AI really used on this photo? And is it even possible to tell? Image-generating AI models, or the technical name image GANs, were able to produce images like this only a few years ago. It was created using a basic GAN model from US-based AI company Runway ML. Nowadays, these models have many more complicated configurations. A basic GAN model works by first generating a flat image of random noise, which is fed into a discriminator. This is a component that has been fed a training set. A huge collection of photos, sometimes as many as 12 million individual images. Each image has already been individually tagged by humans, so when the discriminator looks at one, it forms a connection between what's in the image and what the tags say. The discriminator will then make a judgment on if this random noise looks like a dog wearing a hat. It does not. So the image is fed back to the start and more noise is thrown at it before the discriminator has another look and makes another judgment on how much it looks like the prompt. The image continues to cycle through the model, each time slowly increasing how much it resembles the prompt. Until finally, after a predetermined amount of steps, this random assortment of noise has been deemed to look like our prompt. Seems straightforward, right? It's in this discriminator where things can go wrong. See, the training set that was initially used might include images like this. It would be tagged perhaps a photograph of two hands. Where we as humans look at this and see a man's hand with a child's hand resting on top, our discriminator only sees pixels. It sees pinkish pixels that it may recognise as the skin of a white person. It sees the darker pixels where the shadows roll down the side of the finger. It sees lighter pixels towards the end of the fingers where the fingernails are. But it doesn't understand what these things are. It hasn't been told that most humans have 5 fingers, and that one of them is usually a bit shorter and is called a thumb, and all these fingers connect back to the knuckle. So this is where a lot of GANs have been tripping up, generating images of people with crazy amounts of fingers, or fingers that don't really seem to make sense. It only understands how the pixels should look, not the anatomy. The same is true with letters. Images containing words have been used in the training set. Perhaps ones like this, a shop front with its name written on the front. Just like the finger, the discriminator sees only the pixels of the word Bart. It recognises the curves and the straight edges of each letter. But much the same as us looking at a Sanskrit word, we recognise that these shapes do sort of look like letters, but wouldn't have a clue how to read or write them. So we only see GAN images with text like this. So we can use these common mistakes to help identify images that have been created or even altered by GAN models. As of early 2024, perhaps not. MidJourney, one of the most popular image GANs at the moment, has released 6 versions of its model in the last 2 years alone. Initially, version 1 had the ability to generate images of rather bizarre-looking people with unrealistically smooth skin. Version 3 looked better, but still had skin too smooth and without any blemishes, looking eerie and pretty unrealistic. This is commonly referred to as the uncanny valley, however this gap has slowly bridged with each release. With the latest release, version 6, being able to create portraits with shockingly realistic skin, complete with accurate wrinkles, pores and blemishes. Something that looks indistinguishable from real life. Along with this advancement, we're seeing multiple GAN models have the ability to now accurately generate images with 5 fingers, and even images with legible letters and whole words. In such a short period of time, this blurred line between AI and reality is blurring so drastically, it may be impossible to see at all. Kate apologised with a tweet admitting to having edited the photo herself. After more examination, the photo did not display any convincing indication of AI manipulation. Sure, her son Louis is doing something odd with his hand, but he does only have 5 fingers and they all connect correctly. Small mistakes in the editing called artifacts look indicative of photoshopping, such as the clone tool used here. Despite AI being at the top of everyone's fears in today's climate, perhaps we are too quick to accuse its use. However, recently Photoshop has built and integrated its own GAN image tool called Firefly, and perhaps if Kate had used it, we might never have been able to tell.